What's up, guys? This is Chris Jackson here. Today I am going to be demoing the Dead Effects I Can't Feel My Face SUPER-FUZZ. I've had this fuzz for a little over a year now, and now that I'm doing demos or trying to do as many as I can, I thought I'd demo this one. I am a SUPER-FUZZ fanatic. It is my favorite fuzz of all time, and I was lucky enough to grow up with one because my dad had an original, and I've always had it on my board, but it's, you know, huge, it's heavy, it's not always the most reliable. Sometimes the switch is a little finicky, you gotta really stomp it sometimes. So I try to find a clone that I really liked, and this is the one I landed on. It's great. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. It has 4 controls. It has volume, fuzz, clip, which kind of controls the diode biasing, and it has a tone knob. The tone knob is different than the original because on the original pedal, it just had a tone switch. Just very different tones. It basically sounded like 2 different pedals. This is a knob, and so you can get those extremes, but you can also get all the things in between. I have it right now set to my favorite setting, which is the fuzz is all the way up, tone is all the way up, clipping is all the way down, and then also there's an internal trim pot that I think it changes the amount of octave and gatiness you get, and I think I just have that at full force, full octave. Here is my clean tone, and here's the fuzz. I should also mention, the bass I'm using is a Schecter Riot 5, and I have Nordstrand big blades on it, and the amp I'm going through is a Gallien-Kruger 7001 RB, and then I'm going direct out of that into my Sunset Sound, mic pre, and then into my Focusrite Claret, and then into Logic, no EQ or anything. Now I'm just going to kind of browse through the different sounds that this thing has. Okay, so now I have a Mutron Octavider, right, that's what it's called, just to give you a bit more context of what it could do with other pedals. Alright, what's up everyone? I am back with a guitar now. It's just a Gibson Les Paul. To be honest, it's not mine, it's my roommate Hunter's. Thank you, Hunter, even though I didn't ask you. But I know you're cool with it. So now I am going to demonstrate this on guitar, and then afterwards I will be showing the differences between my original and the Dead Effects version. I should mention that I am using a Marshall Origin 20 head through a Mesa Boogie 412 cab, and then I'm using a Audix D2 mic and an Audix i5 mic. going to kind of just show you the differences between the Dead Effects and the original that I have. So obviously, size, big difference. This is about the size of like an EP booster, and this is about the size of a foot, like a human foot. So that's already a huge difference, and that makes it way more convenient to have this for a pedal board, definitely. More controls, as I said earlier. The tone knob here is blendable, whereas here, it's just a switch between two different settings, and then it has a volume and a fuzz on the original. That's it. I just want to say before I go through this, it's not entirely fair to test this pedal against this guy, only because there's such a variety of different sounds among each individual original SUPER-FUZZ, because there's less regulation, things were less like done scientifically, or they weren't really done on a computer. Obviously this is from like the 60s, so things were less precise back then. So my original SUPER-FUZZ can sound way different than someone else's original SUPER-FUZZ. I don't know which one he specifically based his on, but it could sound a lot different than mine. I feel my SUPER-FUZZ is less octave-y than others I've heard. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. I'm just going to kind of go through different sounds. I would also like to mention, I'm running this on a battery. I did actually, a couple years ago, drill a hole in the back of it so that I can put an adapter through it to use for my pedal board. But I think ultimately it sounds better with a battery. Another reason why it might be a bit more inconvenient to have on a pedal board. That's with the fuzz all the way off and the volume all the way on. Nothing. Cool, so hope that provided a little bit of insight. I didn't want to get too crazy with it because obviously this is a review for the new guy, Dead Effects. I think it does the sound I imagine when I think of a SUPER-FUZZ. As I said, every old SUPER-FUZZ is a little different. This one does a great job of just giving you that classic sound with a little more. It has way more headroom than the originals. It also has a momentary switch. I didn't get into that, but you can have it so you just press it, get fuzz, let go of the pedal, and no longer have fuzz. So that's really cool. I honestly think, even though the SUPER-FUZZ is my favorite pedal that I own, I really don't miss it when I have the Dead Effects. It does everything I want it to do. Obviously, I love plugging into the old guy and just getting that sound that I'm so familiar with, that I've grown up with my whole life. But for someone watching this who has never owned a SUPER-FUZZ, they might not have that kind of nostalgia, and they might just be like, hell yeah, this is a fuzz. I don't even care if it's supposed to sound like a different fuzz. This fuzz is just great. It can get from really nasally and bright to just super doomy and face melting. This has been the Dead Effects I Can't Feel My Face SUPER-FUZZ. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, all that stuff if you like what you saw. Thank you so much.